Hey, 5 Minute Traders. Hey, I wanted to wait this morning for the market to kind of settle, and we've been open now for about 4 hours. And just a quick recap, we had a pretty good gap down overnight in the European session. A lot of it was based on news coming out that the uranium during the Clinton years was illegally used and covered by Mueller and Hillary and Bill going back pretty far. And that took the market down pretty seriously. Matter of fact, we were trading at 12:30 this morning. We were all the way down here to 25.42. And then really since then we rallied, sold off, rallied, sold off. But each time couldn't find any more sellers. And obviously that third time here, we rallied further. One of the ideas, though, that came to play after this has kind of settled. And as you can see, I'm quite a little bit short, just a very little bit, just sold a little bit here at 56. One of the ideas that I had was wanted to see what the euro did. During that whole time, the euro also kind of peaked, and that peaked really at the open here at 189.40. I would like to sell this again. I would like to see it a little bit higher, testing at least these highs here at 191. So I'm looking at just shy of 192. I'm going to offer some up here, and then all the way up to about 193 I wanted to sell today. So if we can get up in that area, and I'm trying to pull back the chart here on a longer time frame so you can see this, but this sell-off here really held this test here that just happened over the last few days. We had this significant rally, and then we sold off again. I think the euro might have a little bit more juice in it, but if you want to just take a look at the fib lines here from this all-time, or the year high rather, that we saw, we did see that in this range. We went from that 121.50, we pulled all the way back here to 170 and change, and that 193.75 is that halfway spot, and this really the sweet spot is right in here for me. And you can see it's going to run up into resistance around 120. So I would really like to sell, and again, I'm going to put this out there. I'd really like to sell this 193 area up to, hold on a second, up to about 120. So 193 to 120, that area, that window in there is really where I'm looking to get short again in some significant size. I don't think we're going to close above 120. If we do, you could either pause, take the trade off, or just make sure that you take it off on any new highs. But that's a pretty wide range. So I just want to put out that I'd like to sell again really from this 193, which is the 50% retrace, up to about 198, and then I start being paused, or at least waiting until we see what happens if we're going to run higher. So that's the simple idea today. It's kind of forward looking. I don't think we'll even get the 192, 193 area today, but look for that over the next couple days. It's really a trade that you can watch and put on over the next few days. It doesn't have to be necessarily today. And this is really in a market where the volatility has been so scrunched to nothing. You really have to pick your spots and be patient. And so no trade is a trade, and this isn't necessarily a trade today, but it's one that, again, like the beans that we talked about earlier in the week that never got to our price, you want to take a look at it. So October 19th, about 11 a.m. on the Pacific Coast, this is being printed out. And again, that's where we will look to put some back on. Hope you're having a great day. If you have any questions, drop me a line, Matt at OneMinuteTrader.TV.